All right, so let's talk about a few interesting things that SQL has, and these don't really fit into any other category, and so I've kind of just like lumped them together. And these are limit, distinct, and concat. And the reason that I put this hand here is because limit and distinct kind of like put a stop to the data that's retrieved, and I'll show you guys what I mean. And so, first of all, let's talk about limit. This just restricts the number of rows returned. And so let's say you have a query that returns a massive amount of data. For example, if you have a table where you're going to select all the records, but the table has like 6 million records in it. If you don't want to use all of that computing power, let's say you just want to see what's actually in the data, just see a few examples, you can say, okay, select all from whatever table it is, and then limit 10 or 15 or 20 or even 1,000 will be way faster than retrieving all 6 million records. Distinct returns only the unique values within that column. So this is really, really great when you have a categorical column, for example, countries or states or something like that, where there's a finite set of values that you can say are distinct, and then you can look at each one of those. And so some use cases that aren't good for that are, for example, if you have a price column or something, or maybe a total column like we have in our invoice table. That wouldn't be very good for distinct because there's going to be so many different values that it's not really going to be helpful to see all of them. And then there's concat. And so if you've heard of string concatenation, this is exactly what that is, but in SQL. This will basically take two columns and put them together, or you can also just have a default value that you want to put in there. Let's say, for example, you have a number column and you want to put a $sign in front of each number rather than just have the number there. You can do that. But it's a very, very useful, I would say, function to use. It's very popularly used whenever you are concatenating like a first and last name, for example, into just one column. And so those are just some of the useful things that SQL can do for us. Let's practice them in the next video.